Hey everybody, Mike here. I want to do a quick review today on this fuel tank that I've got that's made by Eagle. This is a 5-gallon tank, and the yellow designates that it's a diesel can, which is actually written right here on the side of the can. Now you can use these for just about any fuel you want, but just keep that in mind if you've got multiple different fuels laying around. It's nice to be able to have a designated color for that fuel. That way you don't get it confused and put the wrong fuel in the wrong type piece of equipment. Now these are made out of a 24 gauge galvanized steel, and they last forever. I think if I remember right, this tank here is about 15 years old. I bought two of them at the same time, and I still have the same two tanks today that I did when I bought these back then. To fill these things up, it's a pretty simple design. You just pull it back on this handle to open your lid. That's how you fill the tank with fuel when you get to the station. And that's also how you'll get it out of the tank when you're putting it in your piece of equipment. They do come with this nice funnel or spout like you see here. Some of the listings that you might come across may not have this, so double check and see if that's with it or not. I highly recommend going ahead and getting this funnel though if you've got the option between with and without. That just slides down and pops on like you see there, and then you can store it like this or you can take it off depending on what it is you want to do. The one tip I want to give you when this tank is full is over time, depending on which environment it's sitting at or how much it's been shaking around, this thing can tend to build up fumes, and if it's extremely full, when you go to open this thing up for the first time when you get it home, it can splash back up on you. So what I always recommend doing is just pulling that handle back a little bit and keeping it level like I see it on the workbench here, and then that should vent out any fumes or gases that are built up inside this tank before you actually go and tip it and put it in whatever piece of equipment or vehicle you're trying to put this in. I've used about every gas tank there is out there, all the fancy spouts that they've got out nowadays that meet the emissions requirements, and this is by far my favorite and least frustrating tank that I've had or known. In fact, all the other ones that I've had have already come and gone. I don't keep them for very long. Over the years, everything I've tried, these tanks are the ones I always come back to. They just work, they're durable, they're made of metal, they truly last forever. As I mentioned, this tank's roughly 15 years old. You can see the condition it's still in, and I've had this thing set out in all kinds of elements and different types of weather over the years, and these things just keep on kicking. Hopefully that's somewhat helpful for you guys in making a decision on whether this tank might be right for you and your situation. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.